Hey, before we get started with this video, I really appreciate everyone who enjoys the hockey content, and it really helps me if you subscribe. Enjoy. Hey, what's up everybody? Today we're going to be talking about who will win the Metropolitan Division in this upcoming NHL season. So, obviously, our two front runners are going to be the Devils and the Canes. My reasoning being that they had incredible seasons, and since then, they've only made their rosters better. You have a whole host of new guys coming into New Jersey, as well as different prospects and potential call-ups. And with the Canes, you have an already stellar roster with incredibly good goaltending and physicality, not to mention great coaching and management on either team. Unfortunately, even with the additions to the Devils, I don't think that they are the favorite to win first place. I don't think they've closed the gap enough. Although they've lessened it, I think that the Carolina Hurricanes are the current favorites to win the division, with the Devils right behind them. But who's third? Well, looking at last year's point totals and off-season adjustments, I think third place is going to be a toss-up between the Rangers and the Islanders. The Rangers had a pretty good season last year, but they tried to sign some heavy hitters for a cup run, and since that unfortunately fizzled, this year they're going to have to readjust again. They don't have Kane anymore, and they lost Tarasenko, and still their leading prospects are not producing the way that the Rangers had hoped they would. Meanwhile, the Islanders have strengthened their prospect pool and will capitalize off an already good season from last year. I think what it might come down to for both of these teams are their netminders. It's no surprise that Ilya Sorokin and Igor Shesterkin were gigantic parts of both teams' playoff runs, so I think the deciding factor will be how both of them play. Unfortunately for the Islanders, I think that the Rangers will at the very least narrowly beat them out for third place in the Metro Division, leaving the Islanders to take a wild card spot for another year. Behind the Islanders, I think that the Penguins are the next logical answer. They have Crosby, Malkin, Letang, and now they have Erik Karlsson. Well, I don't think this makes them the favorites for the Stanley Cup itself by any means. I think that the Penguins are gearing up towards an all-or-nothing cup run either this year or next year. And although I really don't think they'll get past the second round, I do think they will improve and possibly make the playoffs. This is my controversial take on this list. I truly think that with the addition of Adam Fantilli, Columbus will have a 75-point-plus season. I don't think this just because of Fantilli, but the fact that they now have him and Kent Johnson and are strengthening both their defense and prospect pool is a sign to me that there are good things to come, and there's no shortage of talent on this team. Also, they're going to have Babcock as the head coach, and he says he's changed, so historically, Babcock coaching does lead to improved point totals. However, I don't think it's going to be enough to beat the Capitals this year. I think the Capitals are going to edge out the Blue Jackets for 6th place. The Blue Jackets will come in right behind them, narrowly though, and the Flyers will come in last. The Flyers definitely have some talent, but I think they're going through a bit of a rough patch right now, and the sort of transition that they're having is a little bit hard on their game. They've made some good signings at the draft, but I don't think it's enough to carry them further than the regular season. To me, the thing that sticks out about the Flyers is that nothing sticks out about the Flyers. They're not really special. And I don't mean they're a terrible team, but they don't have a particularly good anything. Like the Rangers and the Islanders are good teams, but they have particularly good goaltending. And the Flyers, I think, are an alright team, but that's all they are. They obviously have good players, but I think they need to work on developing them, and once they do that, they'll start to rise in the standings. Alright, that's it. That's my full Metro Division ranking. I really hope you enjoyed it, and let me know what you think. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Like the video and subscribe for more hockey content.